The story for Welcome to the NHK is, see, how can I best describe it? It is about a 22-year-old boy who has a hikikomoriya, I believe that's how it's pronounced, hikikomoriya condition, and he's being aided by this strange girl whom he's never met. And throughout the story, he tries to, reintegrate himself into society, as well as sees how many people go through the hardships in life, and also how they deal with them. I have to say, this anime is really, really strange. The story was good. In fact, there's multiple stories. There's different storylines throughout the whole thing. The main storyline about, the Sato, sorry. The main character Sato and his story of being a hikikomoriya, and cured of all that is the main story arc that stretches out through the whole thing. But there are individual ones throughout the whole thing, like the introduction, and making a video game. Meeting one friend and her problems, of wanting to commit suicide. Another friend who is basically gets him into a pyramid scheme. And her brother who's, hikikomori, and how he's, just struggling in video games. There's multiple different story arcs with the whole ones, and it's very interesting. There's the final storyline of, the love story between him and the small girl, and her debating about whether to live or not as well. It's very interesting. That's one of the things that I found most interesting with the anime, especially on the DVDs, because I found with every disc, each disc has like 4 episodes, and with every 4 episodes is one complete story arc. So first 4 episodes is like introduction and the start of things. Then another 4, either starts and ends one, and then same thing throughout the other 4, and then the final episode ends that one story arc for those 4 episodes, but the entire overlaying story arc of the Sato and his hikikomori, and so that was interesting. The animation style is good. In fact, they use different animation styles for whatever they were trying to say or do for certain scenes. The main animation style is very well done, very neat, but for certain scenes, like for faraway shot, they didn't use as much detail, and they still have like clothes flowing and everything, and it kind of gave like a nice imagery. But also when they do scenes where like somebody's falling or moving or just going hysterics, they changed the animation style to be more loose and kind of static, and it was kind of really weird because it kind of visually showed how stressed they are. Although I have one question though, is that just for some shots you don't see their eyes, and it's kind of creepy. I had no idea what they were trying to say there. What I could think that they were trying to say there for the moments that they don't show their eyes is maybe that either A, they didn't feel the necessity to draw the eyes in because they're either the hairline's covering or something like that, or just to kind of give them a blank face to show that they're kind of like part of the whole crowd. Another interesting animation style, there's this one scene towards the end of the series to where it's just a still frame, then the camera's zooming in on our main characters, to where the general public is just a gold, just colored in gold, and then it's just colored in gold, whereas our 2 main characters, Sato is in blue and the small girl is in pink. And that just kind of it's another way of having them stand out instead of having every draw and color in every person individually, and then you see your 2 characters. They just made them really stand out this time. I thought that was neat. It was something different. The different characters, they're all very interesting and also colorful as well. Like his old high school friend that lives next door to him, who's like a computer geek and really into the Gal games and all anime and that stuff. He's just a really colorful and crazy character. I actually kind of identified with him a little bit. And you got this small girl who's just this innocent girl who's younger, very young, and she's very innocent, and yet she knows a lot about him and wants to help him. And you kind of wonder why. Um, and she's just very mysterious. You just want to know, even though she knows everything about him, you want to know about her more and more, and that doesn't happen until the end of the series that you finally get to know her full story. And the other friends that he runs into from school, and you see how they go through the struggles of life, and you just see it's strange, you see the full 360 degrees of them. You get all the layers of them. And you get to see how much the struggle they go through, the trauma, the pain, the sorrow, and even sometimes the willpower to continue on. Especially with the one friend that actually wants to commit suicide, and you get to see her actually change and find that willpower to go on. It was very not only encouraging but also dynamic, and you get a full three-dimensional character. Locations are good. I actually felt like a real Japanese, town. They say that it's set in Tokyo, but I've never been to Tokyo, so I don't know exactly if that is designed after Tokyo, but it looks like it is Tokyo to me, and it was very well done. There is a lot of humor, and the humor is good. The humor is good at times. A lot of innuendos, and a couple of moments that weren't meant to be innuendos, but because of my dirty mind, ended up being an innuendo. So it's good humor, good drama, good satire. I don't know what the main theme of this story was, but I kind of saw it as I saw this whole anime as kind of a either a social satire or just a parody or both of the shut-in society, people who are shut-ins, and also people who are really addicted to anime and that culture, and the people who are into massive multiplayer online games as well. That community who just really get into those a lot. So I thought that's what it was. Really talking about as just kind of like a social satire, not really making fun of them, but just kind of something to laugh at them, not laugh at them, but to just laugh, and to just also have something to talk about. But I actually did enjoy this. Granted, it's not like Cowboy Bebop, where I'm like, oh my god, this is so amazing. I have to see this and that. I do actually recommend to see it, just to, if you're a fan of anime, of course you will watch it anyway. But it's just something to watch to kind of, because at one point when I was unemployed at one point, and I was kind of low down. I really didn't want to go outside myself. And although I saw this sometime after that, this was something that kind of made me think, I wish I had this around that time to kind of encourage me to go on, to find that other job, to do this or that, because there was some sort of connectability with the main character and me, with being unemployed and not wanting to do anything, just to crawl into a hole and just die. So, it's something to give you inspiration and also to, uplift you. So yeah, I thought it was really, really well done. I have not read the novel or the manga, but I'm interested into doing that, because this is a really interesting story, and I'd like to see not only the differences, but to just get back into the story again. Out of 5 stars, I have to give this one 3.5 stars. And I know thank you for watching. I know I haven't done animes in a while. I'm just starting to get back into animes. I haven't been into anime since like my teens, like junior high and high school mostly. So I'm slowly trying to get back in there. It's just trying to find the right ones, because I don't like all of anime. There's only certain types I like. But you might see some more on me reviewing animes more in the future. If you have any suggestions of different animes that you'd like me to review or you want me to see, let them down in the comments. I'll take a look at them if I ever get the chance. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.